All right, everyone. We are live. Um,
Wow.
Welcome again. This is the weekly market streams. We try to do this on Wednesdays at 9:30. We are doing a little. Oh, it's not earlier. It's 9:38. Never mind. We're right on, almost right on time. And I'm here again with my good friend Owen. He can't join us on video this time, but he will join us over audio.
Yes.
All right. We don't have a ton of time today, so it's going to be a very short stream, but it's going to be short and sweet. We're going to look at Bitcoin, and then we're going to look at another interesting chart that I have comparing uh, UNI versus Jupiter, which I will explain what that is for people that don't know in a second. But let me go to Trading View here. So let me move my OBS up here so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. Right now, sorry for the messy chart. Bitcoin had its first like green weekly candle after what was this 4 down weeks. But honestly, like if this is a very, in my opinion, weak candle, and we're in a very red one at the moment again. Um, I I still think that there might this might have been the bottom, like right here. Let me look at this a little bit.
What makes you say that?
Well, from the information that I shared on the last stream, if people want to check that out. But also
Plug.
right now, right now we are like I just wouldn't be surprised if we go up, especially let me show the oh wait, I have this chart for that. So right now, let me see. The only thing I wouldn't be surprised if we swipe down again into either this area. So this has been a trend line that I've been tracking since what is it, since October of last year, basically since we started pumping, kind of. This trend line kind of held here, then we went up again, and now we tested it again here, and we started going up. I think that a few days ago when we touched, we broke 65K. I think that was pretty bullish.
Mm-hmm.
We went back down under it, and we're kind of back down under this like trend line. So we honestly we just have to see what happens. Like I said last stream, I think macro data is gonna start getting slowly better, little by little, in the next few weeks. Um, Otherwise, like right now, like we're looking into entering the summer with like pretty bad sentiment overall, which is just not good in general. Um, so yeah, like that.
Can you explain to me what you mean by that?
Yeah, so like the last CPI data, for example, like the inflation data, um,
Mm-hmm.
was, I mean, I explained why I don't think it's as bad as people think, but like markets didn't react positively to that, and obviously the Fed didn't like that. Even though they did say that rate hikes are very improbable. They didn't say they weren't going to happen. To my to my knowledge, and eh, I think I do I do think that they are improbable. Like we do need to lower rates at some point. Like we are in historically high rates territory. Um, when that's gonna happen, that's the magic question, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that obviously the Fed's playing a very delicate game. They don't have they don't have all the levers to control the entire world economy to fix inflation, given that economies are global and interconnected. But like I said, I am more bullish than bearish right now. I just like crypto in general is in a bull market. Um, I also do think that macro conditions are just going to get better for all the reasons I've mentioned last week, and for all these reasons. But given that we don't have a ton of time to delve into that, let's just wrap up looking at Bitcoin. Basically, this is right here. This is the bull market support band, which to remind people what that is the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA. And usually we stay above those during bull markets. And what did we do right here? We went down and we basically floated above it and we came back up. Now that doesn't mean we're not going to go back down. it could mean that. And I actually right now I have, you know, full disclosure, I have a leverage order, small leverage order, like 2x what I mentioned last time. I have one like around this area. I think that I might have updated this a little bit, but yeah, it's around this area, inside, basically inside these lines that I drew from here. I did the entry point basically at the bottom of this channel because I mean there could be wicks down, and also I put the stop loss of this long a few bars under this like big volume bar, horizontal volume bar, just because I think that's should be enough fucking buffer to, you know, not get stopped out. I'm reevaluating this, and this is I plan to have um another order. So this is not going to be like my entire order. This is going to be like part of the order, and then I'm planning to have an order to snag some Bitcoin somewhere in this range. So what is this like?
Can you tell me what that range is? It's like I can't see the screen.
Yeah. It's like 58, between like 57 and 59K, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that like at the bare minimum, I think we're gonna probably swipe the 59K level again. I just like, you know, I'd be surprised if we don't. Um, you know, it would just be normal.
How
Like
can you predict that?
well, right now,
Just
like
because,
just because
like what?
we're back under this downward slope that we've been kind of tracking since April 8th. Yeah, April 8th. Okay, 9:45. We got 15 minutes. We're doing good on time. But yeah,
20
like
minutes in.
I just think we're probably gonna, you know, chop a little bit under this line right here. Probably swipe somewhere
Hmm.
around here, and if this is just, you know, if we do stay like hold around or above the bull market support band, then I would fully expect us to go up into the upper range of this triangle, back into this formation right here, and I would look at like if let's say I got into Bitcoin like around here, around like 59 and a half, I would look into getting out if I'm leverage trading personally, around like the, you know, 68K range, give or take.
Okay.
So yeah, because I mean, I do expect Bitcoin to go up much higher than, you know, the current prices, but I also know that we have probably a few more months, like a several more months to go. So it's not just gonna be a straight line up. Um,
I
so
mean,
yeah,
several more months could even be as long as the rest of the year.
I
Yeah.
mean, by when I say several more
Into
months,
next year.
it could even be until next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I would be like I don't think we're gonna like whenever things start heating up, like I'm expecting it to be sometime this summer, but who knows? Whenever you know, after things start heating up, like I wouldn't be surprised if like altcoin season either comes sometime like I don't know, like end of Q3, beginning of Q4, or even like beginning of Q1 2025. Like I wouldn't be
Hmm.
surprised. Um, Bitcoin dominance, actually, we can look at that real quick. Bitcoin dominance seems to be, oh, this is the monthly chart. Let's zoom out a little bit. We'll zoom in. This is the weekly chart. Bitcoin dominance. By the way, do you know what I'm talking about when I say Bitcoin dominance?
You can tell me about that.
Yeah, so Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin is the biggest cryptocurrency by market cap in the entire crypto
Right.
market. So it is a good tool to look at the Bitcoin dominance because it can tell you like I guess like one of the ways that I look at that I one of the things I look from I look to see from the Bitcoin dominance is that if Bitcoin dominance is going up, that means that altcoins are like money is going in more into Bitcoin than it is going into altcoins. So for example, if I'm trading
Okay.
an altcoin and Bitcoin dominance is like sharply going up, I might want to just trade Bitcoin because Bitcoin is being more dominant and is having more money go into it, you know? And vice
Hmm.
versa. If Bitcoin dominance is going down, that might tell you that one, it's either like, you know, well, not either, like basically altcoins are being favored. It's what it could be telling you. We also look at other things like, what is it, like Ethereum over Bitcoin, given that Ethereum is the biggest altcoin by market cap. It's the I think it's number 3 in the like total, just because USDT. I forget which one, but it's like, you know, it's the biggest altcoin pretty much. So we like to look at what how Ethereum is performing over Bitcoin. So one thing that we've looked at here, we have 9:48. All right, we got 12 minutes. Um, basically, I think I said this last time, but ETHBTC is on life support right now. Like straight
Hanging on
up,
by a thread.
it is. It is hanging on by a thin thread. So I think that it's probably going to recover from here. I don't foresee this going down any lower. It might break down again. It might even establish a lower low, but I don't see it breaking down any further. This is the 300 week moving average, which for those that were watching the last stream, the 300 week moving average is usually not usually, but with many assets, it tends to be a line where like if you see the price under that, it's usually like a very good value in terms of like long term potential. Um, Specifically, for example, like we looked at Tesla last time under the 300 week moving average, and even Bitcoin. Most of the best buying opportunities have been under the 300 week moving average. For Bitcoin specifically, I like to look at the 280, but same shit. So yeah, that's one thing. One last quick market vital that I like to look at is the stablecoin dominance. So USDT plus USDC plus DAI. You can also look at USDT dominance by itself, but um, it seems that the stablecoins are back in the trend. Well, not back, but like it seems that they're following the trend that we've established since September of 2023. Obviously, time will tell if this is a continued downtrend in like stable coins, but so far it seems to be playing out as I thought it would play out. Again, we'll see if it continues to do that over time. But so far it's it seems like it's correcting down, and that if that corrects down, that means money's going more into risk than into stable coins, which is what we want to see for the bull market and what we expect. All right, moving into our last topic for today. We're gonna talk about Uniswap versus Jupiter. So, Owen, do you know what I'm talking about or no?
I don't. I'm
Awesome.
still very green.
No, that's good. That's good. Basically, so as you know, Ethereum is the biggest altcoin by market cap, and it's also, we could probably say it's the biggest network because it has the biggest money flowing through it
Hmm.
or in it, like biggest TVLs, which means total value locked, which means money that's stored in like contracts and stuff.
Okay.
Plus, like it has a ton of users. There's a lot of money that's been moved to and from it, and it has a lot of volume as well. It is the biggest network, pretty much, and it's also been the longest and most established network aside from Bitcoin that we have so far. So what's one of the biggest components of a layer one, which is what we would call Ethereum and other layer ones like Solana, Binance Smart Chain, etc. One of the biggest things is you need an exchange, especially a decentralized exchange, because obviously DeFi. um, but yeah, so not usually, like normally, like layer ones will have a decentralized exchange, and usually that decentralized exchange will have an exchange token or like their own crypto, basically. And
Hmm.
the usually obviously the token and part is also, it's a marketing strategy, but it's also just to give utility. Um, you can hold it to participate, and usually they'll give you like voting rights. Right now, for example, I am personally a JUP holder, and I have a bunch of JUP stored in the voting contract, the governance contract. And what that lets me do is that lets me vote for any kind of proposal that comes up, and you get rewarded for voting, pretty much. Um,
Okay.
which, by the way, I recommend you set up on your own, Owen. Happy to help you with that whenever you have time.
Please do.
Um,
Nice.
but yeah, basically, yeah, if anyone's interested in Jube, I would super highly recommend that you stake it in the contract, or at least stake some of it in the contract, and vote when you can, just because it doesn't take up a lot of your time, and it's just free money. Basically, I've already gotten like qualified for like 3 airdrops, I think, or some shit like that, which I like free money. So But yeah, so what are we looking at? We're looking at the market caps of these two. By the way, I'm pretty sure this is the market cap of Jupiter. This is I don't remember seeing this before. I compared it with the market cap of that shows in like crypto market cap, and it looks pretty similar. So if it's not, somebody, please let me know in the comments. But um, this gives us an idea of like what I want to talk about. So pretty much, um, Uniswap. So when Uniswap started, it had obviously it was very successful, as we know in hindsight now. Its market cap reached $25 billion, which is a lot. Um, but interestingly, like if we compare Jupiter, which is Solana's top market exchange token, it's like Jupiter is the biggest DEX or decentralized exchange in Solana. I personally use it a lot, and it's nice. Although I also like, not although like I also like their JLP token, their liquidity pool token thingy, because it's kind of like holding cash on crack. And it's also like the fees of like the like trading on Jupiter on like leverage, like used like for futures and stuff like that, they're super
Mm-hmm.
predatory. So like the like you like all like a big chunk of those fees go back um into the liquidity pool. So basically, like as long as people in general lose money, which is what most people do, like when they trade, they lose money. Um, and as long as there's like good volume and like people are not like winning by a fuck ton, like this is a pool of money that basically just grows slowly over time. And you can just like what I did a few months ago was I put like a little bit of money uh in it, like just some cash that I wanted to set on the side to like buy some dips later on. And for me, just holding my cash in there for what was it, like I think it was like 2 or 3 months. The value of my cash went up like a nice, I think it was like 10 or 15% just by not doing shit, just by me holding it there.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so it's really nice. Actually, if we have time, we can look at what it's doing now. But basically, like one of my fuck, I'm still not talking about this, but one of my strategies with JLP is like, for example, like once I start taking profits in the next like few months, like I'm definitely gonna look into taking profits late summer for sure. Like so sometime late summer, or like between Q3 and Q4, like I'm definitely gonna be looking into taking some profits. And I part of those profits I want to take into JLP basically, because even though that goes up and down, like it trends up. It's trending upwards. Like at least for now, I don't see a reason why it's not trending upwards. Okay, tangents aside, let's yeah,
They're
we got
good tangents. They're
good.
not bad ones.
Yeah, good tangent. Um, so Uniswap. Uniswap is a really good platform. I mean, if I last video talked about the fact that I bought a little bit of Pepe and I used Uniswap to buy it. So Uniswap is just the biggest DEX in Ethereum, like I said. But yeah, let's just look at the chart real quick. So it hit $1 billion market cap in when was this, like November 2020, and then it took, how long was it? It took like 50, like a little over 50 days to go to $2 billion. What's Jupiter doing here? Jupiter hits first of all, let's see how long it took for Jupiter to hit a billion. It took 22 days. Although I'm not sure if this is the beginning of, like, there might be more data. There might be a little bit more data beforehand, but basically it didn't take too long for it to go to $2 billion. Sorry, to $1 billion market cap. And then from 1 billion to 2 billion, it took 10 days.
Jesus Christ.
So we are at an accelerated pace at the moment. For example, let's compare. Let's look at how long it took Jupiter to hit the 2 billion. From 2 billion to 5. So it took Jupiter 16 days, so like roughly 2 weeks, to hit to basically more than double its market cap. Right now, I think that because we hit the $1 and $2 billion market cap like pretty quickly, we've been. I mean, we went up to what was this top? We reached 2.5. So basically, the next stop is doubling that like basically flipping that all-time high market cap that we set and doubling it to 5 billion. Pretty much. The reason I want to show this chart is because I was trying to replicate something that I saw on Twitter. Actually, let's go to Twitter. Let me open it up here. All right, so I got like 2 minutes. Let's wrap it up by talking about this real quick. So, what does this chart say here?
Okay.
1 billion. It went to 2 billion, to 5 billion, 10 billion, and 25 billion. Right now, the price, if it reaches $5 billion, the price is estimated to be $4. The price is at $1 right now, dude. And then if it hits 10 billion, price is estimated to hit around $8. And if it hits 25 billion, price is estimated to hit $20.
Oh my god.
I foresee this. For example, I foresee Uniswap going like surpassing the $25 billion market cap. That would make sense to me, at least. Like it is not a dead platform by any means, or anything like that. And Jupiter, I just think we're gonna see Solana stuff grow faster than or bigger than we think. But yeah, just let that soak in for a sec. I'm gonna leave the link here so you guys can look at it. But yeah, I just think it's pretty bullish for Jupiter. Also, I just wanted to point out, like, also, this is I don't know if we're going up here. I even think that $20 might be a little too much. Also, we got to remember that there's a lot of including people like myself are going to be receiving airdrops, and a lot of people are going to be selling some of those airdrops. There's, I think, another 30% of the total supply that's going to be released through these airdrops. So there's going to be some dilution coming up in the next few months. It's not like it's all, like there's things that affect the market cap and the price. It's not just like a 1-to-1 like ratio. There's things that affect it. And I think that maybe like this might be slightly more bullish than I'm willing to assess at the moment. And especially here, I think this is ridiculous. Like $35. I don't know. I don't think, like, if you look at the comments, like, people explain, like the market cap would have to be like fucking huge for this to be a thing. So I think I'm leaning towards a price in between $4 and $8. And anything above that, like, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how things are ramping up in the next few months, honestly. But basically, like, this makes me very bullish. Like, I think this is a very bullish chart. And having said that, my time is up. But thank you very much thank you all very much for joining this very short stream.
Thank you for blessing us with your wisdom.
Yes, thank you, Owen.
Now we know how to manipulate the markets.
No, but yeah, thank you, Owen, for your time as well. And we'll catch you guys. Definitely, we'll catch you guys next week on Wednesday. Hope at the same time, and I'm gonna try to do another stream with somebody else this Friday. So stay tuned for that. All right, bye.
That's great. Thanks, Carl.